The boxing landscape has changed so much in the last 2 or 3 years. You know what I mean? 21 was the biggest year of your career. Fast forward now, 4 years later, you know what I mean? You got Lopez and obviously Barboza fighting, Haney and Rolly, and Ramirez, Ryan and Rolly, fighting all on the same card. Do you feel that this is what we're going to see in the future? Like even with yourself, like you've done the biggest events here in Australia, right, since Jeff Hall. Do you think you and your team this year, you know, I'm looking forward to the Hitchens that you might join up on other cards and do this Riyadh season and how everyone's sort of, you know, this Turkey movement?
Yeah, for me, like I said, you know, I'm a fighter. A fighter will do what's best for his career, and he's got a good management team. Most fighters do, and I've got a fantastic manager, JKSM Agents, who, you know, is very, very thorough with everything he does. So, you know, I'm aligned with Matchroom. Matchroom is now my promoter, Double Entertainment, and Ferocious Promotions. Again, this is a partnership. Ferocious Promotions is heavily involved in every single event we brought here to Australia. We've done the biggest events in this country, and my company has been involved with them. So we, even that we're not promoting, you know, every month standalone shows, we will be eventually. That is the plan. But we are, you know, involved and heavily, you know, learning more and more every single day. We've got a great stable, and we're building nicely. But yeah, of course, we go back to that question. You know, the best are fighting the best. They're doing big events. Obviously, I'm looking forward to that event, you know, in Times Square. I think it's a great event. As much as I have a lot of personal rivalries with a few of them guys, 4 guys there, friends with other guys there, I'm looking forward to a great event. And who knows, I might be out there watching that ringside. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's good for boxing. The more we get together, the bigger the events, the bigger the fights, and the more the fans start to realise that it's not about the 50-0 record or the 40-0 record. It's about the best fighting the best, and yeah, you're going to slip up and bounce back. We've seen it a few weeks ago. Better Biev and Bivol, they both lost. Does that make Better Biev shit now, or Bivol shit? Canelo has had a few losses. Does it make him shit? Should he retire? Definitely not. So it's good for boxing, and boxing is moving, and the momentum in boxing is moving nicely. Yeah, of course there is a few, you know, problems still, you know, moving around. There always will be. But
are you interested in these cards though?
Yeah, of course.
Like
yeah,
fighting on them?
Well, my event is a Riyadh season event as well. You know, you go back there and have a look at that poster. It's a Riyadh season event. So yeah, we're a part of that whole infrastructure, and, you know, part of that new system that's coming to boxing. And I think it's great. I think what Turkey is doing is amazing. And
with Dana,
yeah,
what do you think of that?
Yeah, it's a whole new thing. Like I said, for me, I'm the fighter. My management is the ones that you know, will negotiate and make sure the right things and the right moves are made. But yeah, bringing another promoter like Dana White into the game is interesting, and I think it's going to create, you know, more into boxing. You know, the more promoters, the more competition, I think the better boxing will be, because it gets a lot of these other promoters, you know, wanting to put their best foot forward for the fighters. If you got this new guy coming in, well, the old school guys are going to say, no, we want to show that, hey, this is what we still do. We're still the best guys here. So I think it's going to be great. Friendly competition.
I look up there, you're very proud about the IBF, WBO, BC, BA, Ring. You've had them all. Do you see in the future, though, with this thing that Turkey and Dana are doing? We just saw recently, Turkey's very pro the Ring. He bought it. Canelo didn't have the WBC belt up even the thing. They sort of pushed it to the side. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where do you see that movement happening with sanctioning bodies and how it's going to be represented? Do you think Turkey's going to maybe not respect the other belt companies as much?
I don't know, man, the way things are going to move, to be honest. I really don't know which way. Is it going to become just one belt, one champion per division maybe? Is it still going to be all the belts involved, like it's always been? For me, I'm proud. I've got every single belt at home, so whatever way it moves, I've been able to, you know, have all the beautiful belts sitting in my house, which you have seen. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It's very interesting with, you know, WBC and what happened in that situation. Friendly competition, things in the background happening, who knows. Like I said, I'm a fighter, obviously CEO of Ferocious Promotions, but you know, there are a lot of big plays probably happening in behind the scenes.
Did you have a chance to check out what happened in LA today with the guys? Obviously Teo and Barboza are going, but a key point for me was how quiet Devin Haney has been. Do you feel that Devin since the birth of his daughter. Congratulations to him and
Yeah.
him and his partner. But do you think it's changed a bit, or do you think Devin's just more? He feels sort of more the injustice of how it all went down with Ryan, and he's looking at life a little bit different now.
Yeah, maybe being a father is, it's a beautiful thing when you become a father and you're providing for, this person that's with you for life now. It's an amazing thing, and obviously I wished him straight away all the best with the birth of his beautiful daughter. I think he's just focused, he's probably very focused. He's probably, got that redemption in his head and wants to, make a point. And, there's a lot of loud mouths that were on that stage that, he probably doesn't want to sit there and go back and forth with them. One guy looks like he's off his head, carrying a cricket, what was that, a sword or a cricket bat? I thought he was about to play, cricket for Australia or something. After I was done with him, he looked like he'd been beaten up with a cricket bat. So he probably just sitting back and just, chilling out and, just focus on the job at hand. But again, when you become a father, sometimes it kind of just makes you double think and make sure you analyse things first before you just go crazy.
Do you also think he feels a bit cheated on? Because you got to think, Roger, if you went in with someone that tested positive, and also you brought up a good point, missed weight, Devin wasn't just cheated once; he was cheated twice. How would you feel? I know you pretty well. You'd be fucking furious. You'd be talking about it all the time.
I would have, yeah. You know what I would have done? I would have made some phone calls and locked and loaded. A few boys would have been looking. It is what it is. What do you do? It's been a year, nearly a year. So we're gonna keep. I think Haney's at the point now he's sick and tired of hearing it too. Yeah. And I think the whole just move on. As a fighter, wins and losses. No contest, whatever it is. You just move on. And I think the way he wants to is prove himself now in this upcoming fight against a very good guy in Jose Ramirez too. It's not an easy fight, but it's a good fight. I've sparred Jose in the past. And I fought Devin twice, so it's going to be a good, interesting fight and a great card.
Your friends at Barbosa, I know you two have sort of had a bit of back and forth in a friendly way.
Well, we're not friends and buddies, but we've got respect. Yeah, respect for each other, and he did
put the photo up.
He put the photo up today, which is cool. Obviously, me there with my son, just telling him a few things, and he's looking at me like a stunned mullet, thinking, "What the fuck just happened?" Obviously, a few months ago, Barbosa did reach out, looking for possibly doing a big fight together. So I'm looking forward to this fight. It's going to be a good fight. Lopez is Lopez, but again, Barbosa's been on a good momentum run. We talk about momentum. He's been on a good, roll at the moment. So looking forward to see what happens in that fight. And obviously, there's always big possibilities at 140 now.
There's so many moving parts, isn't there, between 40, 35 and all these guys. Where, for you, George, getting March 22nd and getting the job done, I know pretty much sure that, your promoter's zoned in on these Hitchens, but there's so many other guys.
There's a lot of
options for you.
A lot of options, yeah, of course. Like I said, my focus is March 22, you're done. And then Hitchens, obviously, there's a lot of talk there, and obviously that fight, we know what it is. This is an unofficial eliminator for me. Win this fight, me and Hitchens gets it on. But, hey, he needs me. Let's be serious. What other way does he go? He really needs me. So he hasn't made no money in this sport. So maybe I say, fuck him and go fight one of the other big names and make some more.
Well, I think you could get it. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I mean. I could say, you know what? You want to be disrespectful, or maybe you just sit over there on that side, or we just go kick his ass and take his belt. Look, March 22 is my focus. I don't get caught up too much. But again, it's
how do you not think about it though?
Look, I've been in this situation before.
That's what I'm saying. But
again, I was asked the same question today. I've been in
Selby.
I've been in these situations with eliminators and unofficial eliminators and big opportunities on the other side. I'm too experienced for that. I'm 31 years of age. I've been in the biggest fights possible. I've been in your championship after championship, fought the best of the best. So, for me, you don't step too far out of line. You focus on the guy in front of you. And like I said, I kept looking at him right here in that poster behind me. I know he's going to come. He's going to come with everything he has, but it ain't going to be enough. Ain't going to be far off. Whatever he brings to the table is not going to be good enough for me. On my worst day, he can't beat me. So on my best day that I'm going to bring March 22, I'm going to destroy this guy.
We talk about Selby in November, or whatever it was, 2020, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then we talk about, the Lopez victories later that year that got dragged out. Tell us, George, how are you mentally now compared to the way you were 4 years ago? You seem a lot more experienced. You seem your drive is still there. You're better at the weight. How much more, you know what I mean, zoned in are you now in your career compared to where you were 3-4 years ago?
I'm a lot wiser. I've been in these big events and I've tested myself. At that stage, I still hadn't really tested myself against the elite. There's one thing beating good guys and then former world champions, but then when you test yourself against the elite, I've been able to
Perez
test
and
myself.
Bay were pretty fucking good.
Yeah, but when you test yourself against the proper elite, the champions of that right then and there in their prime, that's when you get to find yourself. And I feel that, like I said, that momentum has been good for me. Even though I've taken some losses, I look at them as lessons and I build off them. I move now up to 140. I feel good. I feel strong.
Good.
My name is still constantly everywhere in the world. Like I said, people need to understand, I represent Australia with all my heart and my Greek heritage. I've got my flags up there with me everywhere I go, in my gym here. But I'm a worldwide fighter. And again, I've said, yeah, of course there's guys here in Australia that want to try to win the lottery. Ain't gonna ever happen. I'm a worldwide fighter. When you got world champions winning the day after, calling me out. We got other guys. Russell called me out a couple days before he won the title, looking for a fight. You got Barboza. You got that Lopez rematch. You know, you got Ryan Garcia.